Hello, everybody, and welcome to what I believe will be a very useful but pretty busy practice activity lesson all around our module of expressing doubts and the skills covered within this module. And there were some really essential language skills that we looked at, from conditionals, adverbials, frequency, and tense as well. So we really covered some core English language skills in the last few lessons. Now's the time for us to cement that understanding and put it to practice too. So with that in mind, let's move on to activity 1. So use the table listing adverbs of frequency to consider and create some short spoken sentences on activities you do or don't do. That sliding scale from always all the way down to never, 0% of the time. And here is that table. A really useful table that gives you a general idea of round about the frequency, how often these adverbs really are talking about. So let's take a look at some examples first. I always brush my teeth in the morning and night. Definitely true. I usually watch a film on the weekends. I generally work out in the evenings. I sometimes listen to jazz music. At times, I visit art galleries. I occasionally play squash. I rarely travel by bicycle. I never do yoga or meditation, although I possibly should give it a go. So one of the things to note here is this adverb of frequency, at times. Now, generally speaking, at times is used as a sentence opener. All the other examples you can see begin with the pronoun I. At times would come at the start, before the pronoun. At times, we, he, she, I, you. So that's one of the few things to take note of. Okay, so you have 2 minutes. You don't have to do every single adverb. Just have a bit of time practicing, whether it's speaking out loud, writing a few things down, or even maybe repeating my sentences too. So 2 minutes begins now. And there is the end of our 2-minute time limit. Of course, as I've said often, you're more than welcome to pause the video if you'd like a bit more time. Okay, so moving on from adverbs of frequency into activity 2. Fix the errors in the following first conditional sentences. So we were talking about the first conditional. Real, probable, events in the future, hypothetical events that haven't happened yet, and the result. Okay, so I'm going to give you some first conditional sentences, and there's really a range of errors within them. And I want you to just have a few minutes to try and fix those errors. If the sun shine tomorrow, I will going for a walk at the park. If there are seats available on the train, I won't purchase ticket. If you're past the test, I will buy you a ticket to gig. If I've needed to get medication, I will ask the doctor for help. Okay, so 2 minutes beginning now. And please stop there. So there is the end of the 2 minutes. Let's take a look at the answers. And there really is a range of mistakes, from verb tense to the use of pronouns to articles. So this first one, if the sun shine tomorrow, I will going for a walk at the park. If the sun shines tomorrow, I will go for a walk at the park. There we go. So we just need to change those verb forms. Next up, if there are seats available on the train, I won't purchase ticket. If there are seats available on the train, I will purchase a ticket. Now, you could possibly argue that it could be negative. Maybe someone says, oh, if the seat's available, I'm not going. I won't purchase the ticket. But it's probably more likely that if somebody's saying, if there are seats available on the train, in the positive, I will purchase a ticket. You would probably say a ticket. Okay, next one. If you're past the test, I will buy you a ticket to gig. Now, gig is a colloquial term for a music concert. Just a bit of extra vocabulary for you there. And here is the errors changed. If you pass the test, I will buy you a ticket to the gig. So again, we have an article error, but also pronoun, your, you, if you pass the test. Okay, last up, if I've needed to get a medicine, I will ask the doctor for help. If I needed to get medicine, no need for the article. I will ask the doctor for help. So tense as well. And right at the start, if I have. No need for the auxiliary verb have. If I needed to get medicine. If I need to get medicine would also work well. Okay, so let's move on to activity 3. Identify the sentence as either past perfect continuous or present perfect continuous. So I'm going to give you a range of sentences and I want you to tell me, is it past perfect continuous or present perfect continuous? And here is a little reminder of each. So the past perfect continuous is used for an event started and finished in the past. We're interested in the process of the event. It's finished in a previous setting too. The present perfect continuous is used for an event started in the past and ongoing up until now. So I'm not going to tell you the different ways to make these types of tenses. I'm not going to show you the structure. I just want you to think about their use so that when you read the sentences, you can think, okay, so this is talking about a period that's finished in the past. This is talking about an event that started in the past up until now. Okay, so let's take a look at these sentences. They had been eating dinner from 6 till 7. Well, she has been studying Arabic for a long time now. I must say, they'd been working very hard previously. Note the contraction there. She's been saving money for a long time. You'd been looking for a new job for a while though. You haven't been working late night shifts for ages now. Last one, I hadn't been looking to purchase a new computer really. Okay, 2 minutes starts now. And now it's time to see which sentence matches to each tense. So first up, they had been eating dinner from 6 to 7. That is past perfect continuous. It's an event that happened in the past and we're interested in when it started and when it finished. And next up, well, she has been studying Arabic for a long time now. This is present perfect continuous. She's still studying it. She studied it for a long time in the past and up until now. I must say they'd been working very hard previously. Now that's the hint. Previously, they're not working very hard anymore. So we're talking about an event that happened in the past. So this is past perfect continuous. She's been saving money for a long time. And she still is. Present perfect continuous. You'd been looking for a new job for a while though. You had. Which means he's not anymore or she's not anymore. So this is past perfect continuous. You haven't been working late night shifts for ages now. And again, that hint now. Present perfect continuous, but in the negative form. Have not, haven't. And finally, I hadn't been looking to purchase a new computer really. Past perfect continuous. Okay, let's move on to activity 4. Create your own sentences using the past perfect continuous and present perfect continuous. So I'm going to show you the structure for each again. And I think it's important that we just have another activity based around this really interesting tense so that you can further apply your skills. So past perfect continuous. Subject had been, verb ing. We had been looking for a bank but gave up. Present perfect continuous. Subject has have been plus verb ing. Remember, these are all positives. We haven't added the negative auxiliary not, which you can do. You could try it with the contraction for extra points too. They have been travelling. They've been travelling for 4 months now, and they still are. Okay, so just spend 2 minutes. It might be only one sentence in past perfect continuous and one sentence in PPC for short, present perfect continuous. They both have PPC. So you can just maybe do one of each within the 2 minutes. So let's start the clock off now. And our 2 minutes are up. So maybe it will be a nice opportunity for you to share some of these sentences that you've made in the Q&A section. Okay, so on to activity 5. So using our key phrases and expressions from the live speaking video, create 5 spoken sentences to practice saying out loud with those key phrases. Give me a sec, and here's an example. Well, just give me a second, I'll think about it. On reflection with hindsight, choose either one. On reflection, I think we should try and find a new letting agency. Hold your horses. Hold your horses a minute. I'm not ready to go out yet. What do you think? How about we go for Greek food tonight? What do you think? And the last one, let me take a rain check. I'm not sure I want to go to the pub. Let me take a rain check. Okay, so have a go at making your own sentences. You can base them on mine if you need a bit of help, so you can make them similar. And your 2 minutes starts now. And there is the end of our final practice activity. So I hope that you've enjoyed working through these different activities. It's really useful to put newly acquired knowledge into action. So this is why the practice activities are really useful for you. It helps you to internalize, to remember different skills. So if you have any questions, of course, go to the Q&A section, and it would be great to hear from you. And see you in the next module.